On behalf of Urbana Middle School students and staff, we all want to thank you for your dedication, bravery, and kindness that you've shown throughout this pandemic. Your daily efforts have literally saved lives. Thank you, y gracias.
Hello, I would just like to say thank you all so much for all that you do. You are helping all of us through this pandemic by risking your lives. And I just want to say thank you. If my uncle got COVID and you helped him through it. You healthcare workers got my uncle through COVID and possibly saved his life. So I just want to say thank you.
Hello, health workers. My name is Kingston, and I want to thank you for all that you do for our community, including help birth my baby sister over the summer. Thank you.
Hello, I am here to give a thank you to all of the great healthcare workers that have risked their lives to help other people. They risk their lives, their family lives. This includes the doctors and the nurses. I have experienced family members getting sick. They got over it because of guys like you. Thank you for everything you have done. Please keep going, and may God bless you.
Champaign-Urbana healthcare workers, we're so grateful for all you've done and all you continue to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Miss B, and I would just like to give a huge shout out to all the healthcare workers who are out taking the risk to help keep our environment and our community safe. So a huge shout out and a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to yours. Thank you guys for spreading love, and thank you guys for saving lives and making the environment and the communities healthy for everyone that come into their path. Thanks so much.
Thank you, healthcare workers, for all you've done this past year.
Thank you, PA Laura Bartel, for continuing to help with my foot, even though we still maybe haven't found a solution for it. And thank you for persisting and trying to make it better so I can be better. Thanks!
Thank you to all the healthcare workers for helping families that are in need, including the elders and the youngsters, if you know. Thank you so much for helping everyone during this pandemic and for risking your lives to save others. So thank you so much for helping us.
Hi, I would like to thank all of the healthcare workers for helping us through this difficult time, even during the pandemic. Especially thank my mom for you guys helping her during this time also. Keep it up, great work, and continue what you're doing.
And I would like to thank every doctor out there for doing an amazing job, especially during a pandemic where it can get kind of crazy. Personally, I would like to thank James Hoffey, since he's been my doctor for as long as I can remember. And now that he's retiring, it's time for a new one, but I know that any doctor will be great at taking care of me and my sisters.
My name is Aiden, and I would like to thank all the healthcare workers for helping us through these rough times. And I would like to thank the healthcare workers for. I had a cousin just born like a few months ago, and I want to thank you guys for making that possible for my cousin to be alive right now.
Thank you for what you do despite your emotional and physical exhaustion.
I just wanted to give a big thanks to our healthcare workers who have been working through this pandemic. It's been crazy with the risks that they're putting out for their own safety for the rest of the world, and I would like to thank them for that. I have had my own medical-related problems in the past few days, and I'm very, very grateful for my medical staff who was able to help me, my family, and many, many other people across the globe. So thank you so much for what you've been able to do for the people of the world, especially in these tough times.
I am here to thank the healthcare workers and my dad. I want to thank the healthcare workers for helping us survive the coronavirus and anything else that was in this world, like STDs and HIV and chlamydia and stuff like that. Thank you guys for helping us survive. I want to thank my dad because he fought in the war. He was in the army. He fought for our lives. He helped serve our country to do better and to get past everything that's happening. Yeah, I want to thank them and thank you guys for doing. They didn't have to do this because if it wasn't for them, then we don't know where we'd be. But they didn't have to do this, and I'm thanking them because they did it.
My favorite nurse calls me Mom. I will never be able to fully understand what you go through on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, with your floor being a full COVID floor right now. But I have watched you put on a brave face and keep a positive attitude for all of your patients and for your dad and I. I know through all of your extra PPE, double masks, sore ears and nose that you still love the job that you have. I miss spending time with you and hope that we can share some real space and time together soon. For all healthcare workers, I know that doing your job has been more difficult. Supporting your patients was so much more because their families cannot be with them. I cannot imagine the extra stress you experience. I want to thank you all for sticking it out and keeping a smile on your face. You make a huge difference. Thank you.
We are grateful to you and your families for your sacrifice and service. It is reassuring to know that there are people out there willing to risk their lives for the betterment of their health and community. About a month ago, my dad and I were listening to the radio when we heard a story about a healthcare worker. I never ever thought that I would hear those words come out of anybody's mouth. He talked about the risks he lived with, the atmosphere he had to deal with, and then I realized that he wasn't the only one going through this. You all deserve a lot more recognition. Thanks.
I would like to thank all the frontline workers for working very hard day and night. I know things have been tough and COVID is not getting better, but we will get through this eventually. My family had an encounter with a bat a few months back, and we had to get a rabies vaccine. And now, thanks to you guys, we feel very safe because you treated us well. So, thank you very much, and I hope you have a good day.
I know we've all had a really hard time, everybody, with a lockdown, schools closing, not being able to talk to friends. But you guys have truly powered through it. Even though sometimes our governments or leaders fail us by not giving us enough vaccines or medicines or not putting in mask mandates, you will still always fight really hard. You are the only reason I can look up or I can go somewhere and think about coronavirus and say it's going to get better. I can't do that with any leaders or governments right now, or maybe with the new leaders coming in who care more about COVID, but even then, I can't say I know they'll fix it. I know they've always worked hard, will always, it may not always succeed, but will always give it their best. But there's one group who I could trust, and was always the nurses and doctors. So from a thank you from my family and from everybody I know, thank you for your hard work. You are truly heroes of this pandemic.
I'd like to thank all healthcare workers, including my Nana, because you guys are awesome for dealing with all the COVID-19 patients, and making sure that they're okay. I don't have anybody that's been experienced. My brother was born just probably literally before this whole thing blew up. He's lived his whole life through COVID-19. He's very stranger danger because we don't have anybody over, but my Nana, she does COVID-19 tests at the lab in Chicago, and she has asthma and had lung cancer after chemo. She's better, but I'm just scared that if she gets COVID, that something might happen. And so then I'd really have something to talk about. But I just like to thank you guys for everything and what you do to the community, and that you risking your lives is very important for this community to make sure other people don't get COVID, and you guys should, have time to more think about yourselves. So just remember that, you guys have feelings too. That's about all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, healthcare workers. We appreciate all your effort and the sacrifice that it is for you to keep us healthier and safer and make our lives better. Thanks for all that you do.
Hello, all healthcare workers. Thank you for every single sacrifice you make every single second. I know that when the virus hit us, it was a big change for every single one of us. We couldn't interact with others in person, school stopped, there were no birthday parties or large social events like New Year's and Christmas, and many lost their jobs. You healthcare workers have already been going above and beyond for us, even before the pandemic. And once it hit, you went super stellar. Every single one of you experiences so much trauma every day, and it's hard for us to understand because we aren't in your shoes. But you guys come home and you don't even know whether to hug your own family because you're unsure of whether you're putting them in risk or not. You see people die in ICUs, and it's really traumatic. It's something that me, a kid, I couldn't imagine going through. I just want to thank you so much. Even before, we've always had Superman and Green Lantern, but I really feel like Marvel should make some sort of healthcare related superhero to thank for everything you guys have done. It's almost been a year of your continuous struggles, but the end is nearing. We have more than 3 vaccines out now. I truly hope that once this is all over, you guys will get a massive parade, just like the one you deserve.
My name is Paige, and I really wanted to thank you guys for all that you've done and are still doing. I know how hard it is because my mom works in infection prevention, and she goes to work every day, and she takes calls from people that have questions, and just figuring out who dies every day and figuring out who has coronavirus. And her colleagues are the same way, and I just really appreciate all you guys have done, and I really wish that other people in our society would try to help, even if it's just a little bit.
Hello, my name is Dr. Joe Wemo. I'm the principal of the Urbana Middle School, and I am so honored and privileged to be able to thank all of you as our local healthcare workers in the Champaign-Urbana community for all the work that you've done going above and beyond for us and helping us stay safe and moving through this pandemic. We know as a school community that a lot of our policies and practices and procedures have had to shift quite a bit, and I can only imagine the stress and the hard work that you all have had to put in your line of work and in your roles to help our community be safe. And we really appreciate that. And we just want to take this time to show you that appreciation and gratitude. And we use this as an opportunity to teach our UMS scholars what the purpose of work and service and gratitude and appreciation for those around us and those we work for. And we have a strong belief that our social emotional well-being is a critical component of a well-rounded education, and character education is a part of that, and the ability to take time and thank you as healthcare workers is an important part of our mission. So thank you on behalf of Urbana Middle School. We greatly appreciate your time, and we are proud of you, and thank you very much.